What's going on, everybody? Another video in the bedroom. So, today I wanted to just talk just a couple minutes about something I read in a book yesterday. So, I've been reading this book called Stolen Focus. It's this book right here, Stolen Focus. And if you haven't read it, I would honestly really recommend this book. It's actually really good. I'm only, like, you can see, this is how much I have left to read. So I'm not even like super close to finishing the book yet, but I'm getting I'm getting there. And but it's a good book. It's a really good book about kind of like the attention epidemic that we're facing right now, and just how everything, like, because society and the internet and social media and everything is just so fast paced, like, get it, do, the next dopamine hit, you're scrolling. It's kind of talking about how there's like an attention epidemic, essentially, or like a lack of attention in society. And it's a discussion about, like, basically how to try to remedy that, if possible, right? And so part of the book is talking about, like, is it even possible? Like, are we just screwed? The good news is no, apparently. I haven't made it to the end yet, but that's so far so good. But I came across something just yesterday when I was reading it, and I'm not going to, like, go word for word here, but I do want to, disclaim that this is where I got it from. But it's basically like, um, so it's talking about letting your mind wander, right? And how when you when you space out, if you space out, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we all do it at some point, but it's basically like when you space out and then you snap back into focus and you kind of feel bad because you're like, oh man, I need to be productive. I'm just spacing out. I'm wasting time. It's basically, the idea is that, sorry, there's a hair on my camera. Anyway, so the idea is, if you space out, it's actually not like non-productive. Like, spacing out is actually a productive thing for your mind to do, because apparently there have been studies that have been done that say that, like, in the times when your mind is wandering, that's when your mind's actually making connections between, like, experiences and ideas, and that's when your brain is its most creative. Like, that's when, so I'm going to read here. So this doctor, I think, this scientist, hold on, let me try to find his name here. um okay, I'm not going to waste everybody's time here, but basically there's a scientist who determined that when you let your mind wander, you have better organized personal skills, you're more creative, um and you're better at making patient long-term decisions. So the more you let your mind, like, wander and drift, like, the more you space out, basically the more creative you are and the better at making decisions you are. So I just thought that was really interesting, because I'm like, man, we're so focused on, like, oh man, no downtime. I got to be doing something productive, or at least got to be doing something to occupy myself, right? I mean, because even for people, like, a lot of, like, we scroll, we play video games, we read, I mean, if you're reading, that's better, I think, because, reading books is better for your mind than just playing video games or scrolling. But, like, we don't want to just sit and, like, not have anything at all. Like, it's almost like an abhorrent concept to us to be, like, just sitting there. Like, if I were to just sit like this and just stare for a while, like, everybody would be like, dude, what are you doing? Do something, right? And there's this kind of fear of that. And I think it was really interesting to read about how, like, not only is just sitting, or walking, like, you could go on a walk and just let your mind wander. Like, don't listen to a podcast or listen to music, like, just soak it in and reflect. Like, when we do that, it's actually really beneficial for our brain. Apparently, like, that's because that's the time when your brain really, like, draws new connections and comes up with new creative ideas. So that's something I've been trying to implement as soon, like, once I read that, because I only read it yesterday. So I'm gonna start trying to implement that in my daily life. I'm gonna try to just at least give myself a few minutes every day to just kind of reflect and not really do much, just kind of let my mind wander. It's funny though, because it's yet another reinforcement of just like, yeah, dude, get off your phone, get off the video games. I mean, reading again is obviously it's better for you, it's good for the mind, but at the same time, I mean, if you cannot go any amount of time in your day without occupying yourself, like you're like, oh man, I've got 20 minutes, I should read something for a while, and it's like, I mean, just sit for a few minutes and reflect, right? And not even consciously reflect, like just sit and kind of space out, let your mind just wander and do its thing. And you may end up finding, apparently, according to the book, like I said, I am just now starting to implement this myself. I'm going to make a follow up to see if this actually works, but, you know, like, I mean, it makes sense because something that I did discover, I've been making shorts about, like giving up video games, I'm stopping scrolling, all this stuff. And what I did the first time, because I did this for like 2 weeks and then I felt sick. And so I busted out the video games, and then I've started recording, like just posting daily shorts about like a quick update about the no video games thing. So I'm on that grind again. But the first time that I did it, I was basically reading like nonstop, which is great. I mean, I hadn't read that much in probably years, like genuinely years. I hadn't read that much. And it was great. I felt really good about myself. But something that I did notice was that my brain like physically hurt, which I mean, obviously, like reading. I mean, you could chalk it up to like, oh, it's just like your eyes are getting sore from reading as opposed to like glossing over while you scroll or whatever. Like, you could make all kinds of arguments. I think it was just because I wasn't giving my brain any kind of break, right? Which in a way can be good for your brain to train your mind to think and like be focused on stuff for a while. But I think I'm going to try to implement this, and see if I notice the same level of like actual physical mental pain, or if I don't. So I'm gonna see how this works. But yeah, I just wanted to share that, and yeah, encourage you to try that along with me and just see, like, yeah, because I mean, there have been actual studies about this, so I would suspect I'm going to see some benefit from this. So I would recommend that you do the same. Especially because it's not an experimental procedure. It's not some medical thing. Like, it's literally just taking a few minutes and spacing out. Like it's not, like worst case scenario, nothing happens, and what, you wasted a few minutes. Like that's why I also say, like, just go on a walk and don't bring anything with you. Just go on a 30-minute walk and just kind of reflect on the world. Even if spacing out isn't good for you, like, okay, you just went on a walk, you just enjoyed the fresh air, like, so go ahead and do that. I'm gonna do that. Like I said, I'm gonna make a follow-up video probably in the next, couple of weeks, just to with an update to see like what experience I've gotten from that. But yep, so that's the video for the day. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. You have a good rest of your day.